Alright, welcome back to Flight Sim 2024, and welcome back to the Photo Safari Tour Challenge thing, where we are back at a little campsite, and actually, I think I heard something down here. Is that moving? Oh yes, there's some buffalo lying down there. Okay, so if this is your first time... How do I do this again? There we go. If this is your first time joining the challenge, I am doing my best to photograph all what is going on with your face. Is that... That's a hoof. It's awkward. Anyway, I'm going to do my best to photograph all of the African animals here in the Kruger National Park in South Africa for the Flight Sim 2024 Photo Safari Challenge, I think it is. There's like ones where you have to photograph landscapes and particular buildings and stuff, and obviously one of them is animals, with all but one of the animals on the list occurring here in the Kruger Park. So this is of course episode 3. And we're back at our little camp here in the kind of southeastern part of Kruger with our little trike ultralight thingy. And I think what I'm going to do today, as you can see, it's a beautiful early morning. The fire's out. I've packed away all the food and stuff. So it's just chairs and our very luxurious tent. But I think what I'm going to do today, if I open up here, so I was looking at the map. Okay, so we're here at our camp, and I think what I'm going to do today is head down to the east. This river over here is the border of the park, and I'm going to head into this kind of flatter terrain over here, because as you can see, what we've been flying around so far is fairly steep, fairly mountainous. I mean, there's kind of small hills, but I'm going to see if we can find something, like cheetah or wild dog or something down in these slightly flatter areas. So just to give you an idea of where we are, we're camped out on this little hill over here. This is Shipwreck Mountain over here. Pretorius Corp Rest Camp is over there. And if we go to the south, it gets even more kind of mountainous. Here's the southern border of the park, which is the Crocodile River, and somewhere in here, is it this? Yeah, there's Bachendale Rest Camp, which means Mullan Gate is here somewhere. It's there. Anyway, so I think that's going to be the plan for today, is to head into this flatter section. I'm full up on fuel. It is a beautiful early morning as the sun is now just starting to peek over the horizon. So I think that is going to be the plan for today. Let's get rid of the chucks, which I can't do for some reason. There we go. Right, so that's all sorted. Let's fire this up. Probably should have turned that on first. Oh no, it's running. Okay, let's turn. Can't turn the light off, it keeps coming back. Oh, there, I think it's stayed off this time. Why did none of this... There we go. Okay, we're full up on fuel, so we've probably got about an hour's worth of flying, which is perfect for the video. So let's go ahead, taxi out here, and we're basically making our way in the direction that we're facing now. Okay, and there's our Sail attached. Here we go. Right, so from this point on, I'm expecting it to kind of get a little bit more difficult to find new animals, because we've pretty much already seen all of the like super common stuff, which I mean the three most common animals out here are going to be the giraffe, zebra, and of course the buffalo, which we've now photographed all three of those. So hopefully we should still see those in pretty much every episode, but spotting new stuff from now I think is it could be many episodes in between. Warthog are supposed to be fairly common as well, but they're a lot more difficult to spot because they're small. I've actually seen sable antelope before, although those are probably kind of rare. So we'll see how it goes. The elephants are supposed to be fairly common, although I haven't seen them very much. In fact, I've only seen one elephant in Kruger on another flight that wasn't part of the photo series thing, so yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I still don't know. Wild dog is gonna be a genuine challenge to find. I think that is probably between wild dog and a hyena are probably gonna be the most difficult to find and photograph decently. Now again, I'm assuming that they've kind of taken the real world scarcity of the animals into consideration, which means wild dog will be considerably less common than the hyena. And the other thing to consider is like wild dog and a hyena need to be in groups, but so will lions actually. Something like cheetah will most likely be on their own. What a lovely early morning. A little bit of cloud, but all kind of out of our way at this point, so it shouldn't really bother us. Obviously we'll keep an eye on that. Also, it seems to be fairly random where the animals are placed in flight sim, because in the previous two episodes we've spotted animals on either side of the camp. So just before we took off now, we had buffalo behind us, so kind of on the western, like northwestern side. Just want to check this out, it's just a rock. Whereas previously we had giraffe and buffalo actually on this side of our camp. So I don't think it's like we need to head in a particular direction. I think it's just pretty random. which is good. That's kind of what you'd expect. Is this just a dam out here, or is this the river already? This means I actually need to head more this way. Also, I've just realized I've had east and west backwards the entire time. We're actually heading west, not east. What am I talking about? Whoops, we're in the southwest of the park. I think I said southeast earlier. There's roads out here. In reality, water like this would be a great place to spot animals. Now, I don't know if that's taken into consideration in Flight Sim at all. Let's maybe just do a little orbit around this dam, see what we can find. So we're now heading completely in the wrong direction. But it's fine, we'll do a quick orbit around here and then head out properly west, not east. The only thing I still haven't figured out is if there's any way to tell how much fuel you have left on this aircraft. I can't find it anywhere, so that's why I said I'll normally fly for about an hour. Now this dam, I think, just in front of us here, is this the one? There's like a little airstrip that's actually just a part of the road that's been widened. I think it's here somewhere. It might actually be further south, but it could be. Yeah, the road is right here, so it could be this one. Let's actually check this out. It's just above the dam, so it should be slightly to the right hand side here, where the road is kind of nice and straight and widen out. Yeah, I think it's this part here. Actually functions as an airstrip as far as I know. I mean, Flight Sim's put trees and rocks all over it, but if you look at the satellite images, you can actually see. I think it is this one here. What's that down there? That's just a branch. Yeah. Oh, there's some buffalo down there. is kind of standing up now. And they're gonna move off. Now, particularly in flight sim, which is not entirely unrealistic, when there's one group of animals, there's a good chance there's another one fairly close. Just kind of scan this area some more. It just seems like a bunch of buffalo bulls. There, I think, is a female lying down in the middle there. There's a whole bunch in there, just males that I'm seeing. Right, let's just get this on record. Oh no, they're all males. That's a male as well. Okay, the animation's still not 100%. Some more lying down here. Right, get those recorded, and then yeah, keep our eyes open for more in the area as we head out in this direction now. And I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not too stressed about where we fly. So the name of the game is spot something interesting like this dam, go and check it out. We don't really have to go anywhere specific, as long as we can make it back to camp at the end of our, probably about, I'd say around 40 minutes, we probably just start heading straight back to camp, which is just off in that direction. If we ever struggle, we just climb, look for Shipwreck Mountain, and it's pretty easy to find from there. I think this is the furthest I've been from the camp, and so spotting animals out here is a good sign as well. It means they're not kind of just spawning right near where you kind of start your flight, that they are just being placed out there as well, which is a good sign. However, I do still maintain the theory that the more you fly around the place, the more animals spawn, because those buffalo were there probably because I was orbiting around the lake. So it is a good idea to kind of pick a spot like that, maybe do a couple of orbits. I don't know, that's just my theory. They definitely don't only spawn when you know, spend more time in a specific area, because I have had, again, on other flights that weren't part of this series, flown directly to an area and arrived and there were just animals there. but I feel like it might just increase the likelihood of animals spawning in if you're kind of moving around a particular area. But yeah, at least we got something today. We got buffalo right outside the camp, and some pictures of another group of, or another herd of buffalo out pretty much almost directly south of the camp. So, quite a bit of tree cover here, which makes our lives significantly more difficult. It's always a good idea to spend a bit of extra time in these open patches, look for any movement. It is still early morning, so things like buffalo and giraffe and zebra lying down makes them a little easier to spot. But I think the smaller animals, it might actually make it more difficult. Actually, no, it doesn't make them easier to spot. It makes them easier to photograph because they take much longer to get up and run away. But I think it might make the smaller animals almost impossible to see if they're lying down in the grass, particularly. And here under the trees, yeah, you've got almost no chance. But I'm hoping, I just want to see as well, the flatter area that we're heading towards, it might be more open, as in less trees. Doesn't really look like it though, does it? So we're still pretty close to the mountains here, which you can get a more tropical kind of climate. Not quite, more foresty though, which is basically what we're seeing. So it's one of the reasons at some point in the challenge I'm going to move our camp out towards the actual eastern side of the park and go to like Lower Sabi, Satara areas where it is more plains than mountains and forest, I guess. So it is definitely a lot more open out there. Now in reality that means more plains game, zebra, wildebeest. Oh, there's wildebeest in this too actually. Those should be fairly common. But again, maybe not so much in this type of vegetation, so it'd be very easy to see, or very interesting to see, should I say, if we do find a higher concentration of plains game out in that side where it is more open. But that's kind of the whole point of this series, is just to explore like you would in reality, and just see kind of where things are and what we can find. watch out. This vegetation here is going to be quite challenging. So if it's like this all the way to the river, which I think it is going to be, we might end up spending more time heading out the other way from camp in future. This would be good place to find elephant though. It's very nice habitat for them. And from what I found of the elephants in Flight Sim is they don't move like the other animals. I don't know if that's a bug or intentional or something that's going to be added later on, but I've seen, I think 3 times now I've seen elephants. Only one was in the Kruger, but every time they were completely stationary, no animation at all, which is interesting. Weather's still looking good. I think there might have been a little bit more clouds that formed, but again, still at an altitude that's not really gonna affect us. Wouldn't really like to be caught in the rain in this aircraft. I think that would suck quite a lot. I was just thinking, as the way things go, if we see absolutely nothing out here, which is entirely possible, and you know that once we get back to the camp and do a little bit of a circuit around, we'll see everything right by the camp, but just on the other side that we didn't look at. Of course, that's how things will happen. Let's check out this open area here. Something moving down there. Oh no, it's just it's the top of a tree that, just with the background behind it, looked like it was moving. Nothing in this opening. Okay. Right, so what can we expect to find out here? Now, wildebeest wouldn't be impossible. However, I would say it's not the ideal habitat for them. White rhino also not impossible, but again, not the best place for them to be. Elephant definitely could be good. Sable could be as well. Hippos along the river is entirely possible. We definitely should be seeing giraffe out here. Wild dog in this flatter area could be. Hyena pretty much anywhere. I don't think they really care too much. As long as they can find food, they're quite happy pretty much anywhere. Warthog definitely should be out in this area. Right, let's head up the river. Now, I'm not sure if the hippos actually go in the water in Flight Sim. Along this riverbank definitely would realistically be a decent place to find them. It is very thick out here. Okay, so we're kind of going to snake around, just stay inside the park here along the river. Heading into the sun does not make things any easier. Camp is basically directly in front of us now, just for reference. I think I'm going to follow this little river here because it seems to be a bit of an opening. Also, based on the sound of the engine and the speed we're doing, I think we're climbing quite a bit, so this terrain, although it's fairly flat, does seem to be slowly rising as we head north, because I'm trying to stay roughly the same height above the ground, but we have slowed down quite a bit, so I think we are slowly increasing altitude as we go. The other thing I found is, if you look over here, it says max EGT 1200. We're at 1348. If you go down to like 1200, you can barely stay in the air. So I don't know what that's all about. And I've run it around 13 and a half, 1400. There's some giraffe. For quite a while without blowing it up. So, yeah, I'm not sure how accurate that actually is. Damn, I was hoping they would stay a little bit more before they started running, so we can record them. As these ones lying down we can get. One doesn't seem to be animating at all. Those ones are freaking out. Oh no, there we go, they're moving. freaking out and stuck. Okay, good to see, because like I said, they should be in this area. Gonna look this way. There we go. Very nice. But yeah, you can be prepared to see. I'd almost guarantee that every single photo episode we will see giraffe and buffalo. And probably should see zebra as well. Did I see giraffe in the first one? No, I can't remember. I think I did. Anyway, we will keep just logging them for the record as we go as well, even if we've already seen them. Very, very nice if we can spot something new today, though. And what would be even cooler if, on camera, we could record something that we don't know is in the game. Like I said, I've seen sable antelope twice, which aren't part of the photo challenge, so there's no way to know that those exist until you just see them. So it'd be really cool to pick up something else like that that we don't know is in the game. I'm not sure what else there could be. Oh, ostriches are another thing that's in the game. And also, they're likely to be in slightly more open areas. But surprising something like impala aren't in the game. I'm pretty sure if they were, we would have seen them by now. Because if you've ever been to the Kruger for rail, that's most likely what you saw the most of by a long way. So yeah, I mean, realistically, there could be things like impala and kudu in the game, but I doubt it. This would be a lovely area for kudu. I really hope they just keep adding like more species to the game. That'll be so cool. It'd also be nice if we just got like a list of what's actually in the game. I looked a couple of times but never found anything. I think there's some buffalo just over to the left there. Yeah. Looks like they're all up now. The giraffe was still lying down, but the buffalo seem to be up and about. There's a couple of females in there. What's that in front of them? Just trees. I'm gonna be able to get a picture of these guys running through the trees there. He's kind of stopped. It's gonna be a long-range shot. It's okay. Just for the record. There's one there glitching out. I think the others are in here. You can kind of see them moving around. Cool. Another group. Actually, there's an open patch out there. Let's go and check that out. really just got to keep our eyes open for small dots moving through the grass. Warthog, wild dog, hyena, even cheetah. And ostriches, actually. Okay, I don't see anything in this clearing. Another good reason for sticking around the clearings is if you were to have an engine failure, you can at least have somewhere to land. Not that we would have all that much time considering we're flying pretty low, although this thing glides well. Been flying for just under 40 minutes now, actually. Time goes really quickly. So we're almost have a look this way. So those mountains are there, so I'd say we're almost parallel with the campsite, as in putting it directly to the east of us. Yeah, it's other side those hills there, so now we can head kind of north-ish for a few more minutes and start making our way back that way. I didn't actually stick near the border too much, but it's not particularly open out that side like I thought it might be. It is definitely flatter out here, but besides these little open areas, it's still quite dense. Right, anything in this clearing? Not that I can see. There's another open patch here. We're fairly close to the border again. You can see the river out there now. And I'm going to be kind of heading directly into the sun now, which isn't great. Just rocks? Yeah, I think they are. Yep. Just rocks. Now, presumably at some point, I'm gonna miss something that gets spotted in the video. I'm kind of just looking around, but it's entirely possible that I just happen to not be looking at the exact spot and miss something. So that'll be quite funny if it actually gets spotted afterwards in the video. What's that? No, just a tree. Those are all rocks. Gonna need to kind of climb a little bit here shortly. I think this dense bush is not the place to really be searching. Now, these open areas are nice, but possibly the next flight out that we do, we will check out the other side of the camp, see if we can find an area that's just generally more open, because it'll make spotting things way easier, especially the small stuff. I'm very surprised that we haven't seen any elephant out yet. This is just perfect for them. Just lots of rocks down there. I love with this aircraft, when you're looking out the side like this, you can tell by the sound of the engine whether you're climbing or descending. Now we're totally climbing because it's slowing down. There's a baobab tree. That's cool. I think in reality this is a little bit far south to find a baobab. If you go into like Botswana, and they're everywhere, and fairly common in like northern parts of Kruger, but I think this is a little bit far down for baobabs to actually exist. In fact, Kruger has the world's most southern baobab, which you can go and visit. It's in the park, and it's kind of, I'm trying to remember now, I think it's just south of Satara? Was it north of Satara? I think it's just south of Satara. But anyway, it's somewhere on that side. Satara is well north of where we are now, so I'd say that in reality that baobab is a little bit out of place. There's a nice open area to check out. Not too far from the camp as we start getting back into the hills here. Feels like it's a little hazy in front, and particularly that way. Maybe it's just because of the sun. Yeah, I think it's just because of the sun. Bit of humidity. It is very hot in South Africa at the moment, so absolutely nothing in this opening. This will actually be a nice place for a camp. Don't really want to drop too much altitude because we've got to go back through there. It's like a dry riverbed or something. There's a road just here. Again, this side is not public access roads, so this will be like private lodges and obviously the rangers from the park and stuff like that. But you can't just, if you go as a day visitor or even if you stay in one of the camps, you can't just go and drive about this side. Some more giraffe. And get him before he starts running. Just got it. They're just kind of eating on this side. Just 3, it seems like. I don't see any others. That's also cool that the groups are all like random sizes. Try not to spook them too much. So our camp is kind of in that direction. So we'll get through this high terrain and then kind of swing out to the left, make our way back to the camp, which kind of works out perfectly because we can just do a pass over the eastern side of the little hill that the camp is on. And there we'll see everything because that's not the direction we set out in this morning. water up ahead is the same dam we checked out this morning. This morning, well, early in the flight. About 45 minutes ago. Roughly. This is very, very dense here. Not just a tree. Nothing in that clearing. What's that? There's a couple of little specks down there. No, nothing. What would be very interesting is if we go along the left-hand side of this dam, see if that herd of buffalo is still in that area that we photographed first. those just rocks? Would be a good place for some hippos. I think they're just rocks. Okay, so those buffalo are out this way. Where's the end? So they're kind of here somewhere. See anything. I think we'll do another pass. And it's this side of the road, if I remember correctly. I don't see anything. Very interesting. So maybe they do... Ooh, there we go. There's something there. Maybe they do kind of move around or like despawn when you leave and respawn somewhere else. I saw something up here, but doesn't seem to be anything. Okay, maybe they have moved. So that's something I should test a bit more thoroughly, because I didn't really make the best note of where they are. There's something down there. So another good test will be the buffalo that were just below the camp, because that'll be easy to know if they're still there. But these might have moved. Don't know what happened there. Nice big stutter. Okay, we are heading back towards camp now. Hopefully I don't run out of fuel, because I'm going for about an hour now. So this will be a very nice test when we get back. So I filled up the aircraft just before I started the video, so 100% fuel, to see after, once we get back, probably an hour and 15 minutes of flying, see how much we've actually used, so I can get a better sense of how long I can fly for. I would have expected probably about 2 hours. We shall see. is a group of sable antelope. There we go. Check at that. Just 3. And I think what I'm actually going to do, because it's a nice open patch, is try and land down there and see if we can go on foot and get a really nice picture. How awesome. So, like I said, sable is a species that's not part of the photo challenge, so this doesn't actually progress our challenge at all. But it is very cool to pick that up and find that there are indeed species that are in here that we don't actually know about. Where did they go? Went into the trees there. There they are, just other side that patch there. This is the trouble with putting this down in these tight places, is you pick up a lot of speed once you duck below the tree line. Because it's got so much lift. See if I can do this. Can I put chocks behind you? I think that worked. Look like it. Just can't see on this. Fly sound is very interesting. It's pretty realistic. Okay, so I last saw them. There's one moving there, that's a female, the red ones. There's the 2 males over there. Are they gonna run? Oh no, it's not a female, it's just in the sun. It's another male, he's nice. We can get him in the sun here fairly close. Oh, the flies are just around the bushes. So the grass is very tall here, so not ideal. Pretty horrendous, actually. Yeah, that is shocking. Okay, in reality, you definitely never get this close to, well, anything. Please don't run away. Oh wow, that's interesting. Just kind of moving off that way. Very, very cool. Okay, so you can get like ridiculously close. They kind of talk to each other. Stop eating, I'm trying to take pictures here. Come on. The depth of field is great. Okay, so it seems like they don't actually care about you on foot. If I do this... Yeah. The third one goes. There's one down here. I really, really like that they just kind of walk around. And he's up there now. And he's just like wandering off. That's so cool. Okay, stop wondering now. I want to take a picture of you. And straight into the shed. Oh! I spooked him. Okay, maybe they do react to you on foot. Yeah, he definitely got spooked. Okay. I think we'll head back. Take a picture of this one, maybe. There's the other one up there. Maybe take one more picture of this guy and then head back. It's from this side with the kind of lens flare in the background. Ah, that lighting is not the best. Right, very, very cool. So we did in fact manage to get a new species in this video. Like I said, the further we go with the series, the more likely we are to not find new species. But that's also a very cool one because it's not actually part of the challenge. So it would be really, really cool if there's other things out there that we just don't know exist. Like another good contender for that spot is leopard. How am I going to know if there's no chocks here? I'm sure it's fine. Because leopard aren't on the list, but if there's cheetah out here, there definitely could be leopard as well. And this area would be perfect for leopard. And what do I think? Turn around this way, maybe. I'm pretty stoked with that. That's awesome. And for those of you in the previous episodes who didn't believe that they were actually sable, now there is definitive proof. Okay, let's head back to camp, which is kind of in that direction. So I was gonna go fly around on this side a bit, but I think we spent that extra time checking out the sable. It's now an hour and 15 minutes, so we will head straight back to camp, because we can definitely count that as a successful mission. There's something in front of us. Are those zebra? I think they are. Starting to run. There's a little one. Got them for the record. There's a whole bunch of them on the left there that I didn't even see. Okay, so we've seen all three of the super common species, plus a brand new one. Very, very cool. And a successful early morning flight. So this is the other hill, and we've got to get up there. is that? Group of buffalo. There's a lot of activity out here. There we go. A couple of small ones in there too, which are glitching out as usual. Yeah, they're all running now. It just shows you there's a lot out here actually. And once again, this is pretty close to the camp. Camp is just up this way. Well, that looks like there might be actually be some rain in those clouds there. Is it raining out that way? Not at the moment, but looks like it could later on. There's our tents in the distance. More zebra out to the left. I don't think those were there when we set off. What is that? Oh, it's just a tree. Anything on this side? So we'll go over the camp here, look at the windsock, see what the wind is doing, see if those buffalo are still there, which it looks like they aren't. Something down there though. More zebra. Oh right, so I'm supposed to be looking at the windsock. So the wind is coming this oh no, from behind. So we want to land from this side. So yeah, it seems like the animals definitely get moved around. So there's some zebra down there in the distance now, but those buffalo that were right here earlier do not seem to be there anymore. Really makes such a difference in this thing being able to slow down. Like when I landed there by the Sable, that was probably landing with the wind behind me. Whereas with the wind in front, much easier to control. Also, I didn't really have to nose over here to get below the trees, so that helps a lot as well. Form a touch and go. Okay, game. Right, let's detach this thing. Let's see if we can get this back into our parking. in reality, this would be pretty easy to just get out and move around. I don't know if I'm gonna make this turn. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is it gonna roll? Does it seem like it? Right, let's just detach the canopy. Switch off. And then, just so we don't waste a lot of time. Oh, the canopy's back. Let's detach that. A little dust storm, there we go. And we'll just slew it into place just because, like I said, really this would be very easy to just push around. So, and then we can jump out. Set the chocks, if it'll let us. Doesn't seem like it. Oh well, I tried. Okay. There we are, welcome back. After a very successful mission, those clouds, well, they actually don't look too bad. If we quickly look down here, just to see. Those buffalo are definitely not here anymore. So I think those might be zebra just over there. It might actually be rocks too. But yeah, very, very successful flight. So that is going to bring us to the end of episode 3 of the photo challenge. And in episode 4 we will be heading out later this afternoon. Probably out in that direction. I'll have a look and see. Maybe we head out that way because we haven't done much of that at all. We've been around Shipwreck Mountain in that direction. We've done a little bit down there. So maybe we head out that way. See what we can find. Hopefully we can yet again find a new species. Warthog or wildebeest would be great. Some rhino also good. Elephant. But for now, that's going to bring us to the end of this episode. As always, if you made it all the way to this point, I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.